Well, it's about time you've made it to my throne. How do you like it? It was a recent addition to this manor I had constructed. It wasn't an easy job, but it gets the idea across. No? I think it might be a little pretentious, but it's the symbol that counts, right? هذا نفس اللي يسويه ملكنا المغرور, صح? I mean, if someone as incapable and idiotic as him gets to sit atop a high seat, then why shouldn't I? It makes for a good reading chair, and somewhere all of my subjects can get a hold of me, if they so please. I wouldn't say it makes for a good office, but an imitation throne might be what keeps me in the mindset, you know? Oh, it's all right. She won't hurt you. You two can stop having your little staring contest and pay more attention to the situation at hand. As a matter of fact, why don't I have my admiral give us some privacy? Do you mind? There. Is that better? Now, where were we? I believe you were here to slay the tyrant Overlord and save the kingdom or whatever, right? هذا اللي جيت علشانه? Just like the little goody two-shoes adventurer you've always been, huh? But it didn't have to be you, did it? So why did you decide that it was going to be? Why are you here on some rogue mission? Just to see me dead? Oh, don't give me that look. Do you really think I would believe that the king sent you here to slay me on his own order? Was he supposed to have seen all of your virtuous efforts and not send his army that would have had a higher chance at getting to me? Yes, you have managed to get yourself here on your own, but the king couldn't have predicted that, now could he? No, you decided to come here on your own conscience, because you felt guilty for everything that you did and didn't do. Am I right? Oh, it looks like I hit the crow right in the heart with that one. But I can't say I haven't been thinking about it either. Because I wanted to make sure that I had gotten it right. It is impolite to assume, is it not? So asking was a bit more of a formality than anything. Ah, yes. It's been so long since then, I almost didn't think you remembered. I would have been disappointed if you hadn't come to see me after I've done so much to get the kingdom's attention. لا, أنت غلطان. غلطان يا عزيزي. You see, I simply just didn't wish to see this kingdom prosper any longer. I think for far too long it's been able to stomp all over its citizens with no regard for their livelihood or their innocence. There were too many decisions made without the general populace in mind, that it was less of a unified nation and more that of a playground for the royals. They would be laughing at their feasts while leaving us all to rot in our villages, eating every delectable known to man. Meanwhile, we ran out of food and starved to death simply because they deemed whoever they wanted as unprofitable. Do you not remember our old home? How much we suffered every single day because we were denied our trades and had to fend for ourselves on a dying land. You and I would starve most nights after you came back from whatever useless adventure you would disappear off to, because they would only give you scraps, measly little copper coins that could barely even afford a replacement tunic. But we were young at the time, so I cannot blame you if you don't remember all of the details. Which must be true, considering you are defending such a kingdom by coming to kill me. And what does it matter if I do, whether it be from me or your king? I frankly do not see a difference in how many I kill to do what needs to be done. I am not like you. I would go to any length to see my ambition through. And you know deep down that you could have prevented this outcome. That's why you're here now, to atone for your so-called mistake. I remember it as much as you do, so you cannot deny that fact. Because you knew it was me. You knew I had started that fire in our village with the spell we learned together, and you decided on your own to turn a blind eye. You had the opportunity to kill me as every home burned its way into the ground, and yet you did nothing. تركتني أروح, simply because you had made your oath not to kill another person. But how many monsters have you slain to get to where you are? How many lives have you taken that you saw as pointless just to reach me and try to kill me now? What hypocritical oath have you taken since your youth that can justify what you have done since then? Because I do not see any similarities between that person and the one standing before me now. You are no better than your king, nor I. You slay others to gain power and to achieve a status that only you hold. Those that you consider monsters are no different than your kingdom considering its own people to be pests. But you would rather see it otherwise for your own conscience. You are everything like me. الفرق الوحيد بيننا هو إنه أنت ما عندك نفس الطموح اللي عندي. But if you had any semblance of an ideal in that confused head of yours, then I'm sure that you would do the same as I have. Oh well, don't look so angry with me when you know that I'm right. Where is that joyful energy we shared as best friends? You know, before you threw me into the dirt like the king always had our entire lives. أنا متأكد إنك تتذكر ذاك الوقت. But of course, you could never think to end our miserable lives, could you? To enact justice on me before I became one of the most powerful casters the kingdom has ever seen. Are you sure that you can? Do you want to show me how powerful you've gotten after you've slain so many monsters over your time serving some inconsequential man-child? Oh, really? You're going to try and use a spell like that? I don't think any enchantment or pretty display of fire is going to do anything but scuff up the walls with pesky little singe marks. But I'm sure you just wanted to show me how much you've studied since our little sparks when we were kids, right? Well, I'd say I learned a thing or two as well. That's a bit better, don't you think? I'm sure you probably knew it was already too late to try and fight me. It's been too late for so many years now. Or did you actually think I would have told my admiral to leave when I couldn't handle you on my own? Please, try not to fight it too much. Or do. Tire yourself out for all I care. But don't blame me when you end up hurt yourself. See, this is more of a high-level wind spell for you common lot. But it is one of the more easier tricks I've learned over our time apart. It'll keep you constrained here against the wall and tighten the more you struggle. So I would rather if you didn't try and squeeze yourself to death. لكن القرار راجع ليك. Well, what I want is for you to see things a little more my way. I want you to understand that your kingdom is not worth your efforts. It does not deserve your devotion to such a menial place for the sake of its undeserving leadership. What you should be doing is joining my side in usurping its land and taking it under our rule. I don't care how long it takes or what I have to do to achieve it, but I will see it through. And believe it or not, I would rather have it so that you are there with me. You have been playing this hero act for too long. I think it's finally time to take a break from following that king's so-called laws and ideals, because they have none. If so, then you would either be forced to leave or killed here if you would prefer. But this is not up for negotiation. I will either have you rule with me and assist with destroying that place for good, or you will be another death in my efforts to reach the same goal. You are entitled to your own decisions and beliefs, as am I. And if they clash too heavily, then I will do what is best for me in the end, even if that means killing you. So, I believe there are two answers here for you, and I would consider neither of them to be the right one. But they both pose entirely different outcomes. Though, I personally think that one presents itself with a much more interesting future than the other. What do you think? أعطيني جوابك يا عزيزي. Hey everyone, this is Leith VA, providing you with some good old, authentic content. I just wanted to say thank you all so much for all the support, for subscribing, for all the engagement. I appreciate it all so much. I can't wait to share more with you. I am so happy that you're here. And yeah, you're awesome. Take care. See you in the next one. Bye.